Wow.
Down by Norfolk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wrong camera. There we go. All right, there we go.
Oh.
Whew, now we're on. Hello. All right. So I know. Let's see. We got 3 of you already have on Shard. Looks like 4th one popping up. Okay. And like I was telling Shane earlier, like armor class, initiative bonus, I guess like speed, passive perception, and insight and investigation are all right there. Those are good ones to have. Languages, some sort of token that makes you remember who the fuck you are. There's plenty on here, and if you make your character in Hero Forge, we can pop one up at some point. That's easy enough to do.
Or you can upload your own image.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we can.
Yeah.
Fuck. Let's see.
Sorry.
Hey, at least I have the program up. Bob did it earlier, and I didn't even remember I had the program up. I was doing something else, and all of a sudden, ding, ding, ding. Like, what the fuck was that? Where did that come from?
That was like you a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing my thing, and you joined, the Discord chat or something? And
yeah.
Maybe out of my game skin.
Yeah, he was on the Discord chat, and I just jumped on, and he heard the join thing, but then I went, right? It's like, what the fuck?
That join sound on mine is so freaking loud. Especially when I was playing Bioshock, and I don't know why I had Discord open and was just invested in Bioshock again. And that sudden join sound that discordant with the game was completely jarring.
At least it doesn't sound like something that happens in the game, and then you're confused why the fuck.
Yeah.
That's the enemy alert sound. What the fuck? Oh. You want to do a roll? Do you want to do a roll? You going to play? You going to be a first guest star? Yeah? Little rogue assassin?
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I hunt the Mises?
Alrighty.
Sure. Because there is a thing, I don't want to pay for it, but it allows you to just have a screen that pops out that you can use to project to other TVs and stuff if people are playing in the same room even. But you have to have a subscription. So I just made another account. They're a player in the game with no character.
Join my character to campaign.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Am I able to edit it in this?
You should be able to.
Just varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to set up a lot in it, because I wasn't going to invest any money in adding more things
go
to it.
DLCon
Yeah.
right now, so yeah.
You wasn't going to do what I did in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, I don't know
How
if
do you
them.
edit this?
What's that?
How do you edit it?
I don't know how to customize it. There should be options under your name that pick background class. But the big problem is that you use stuff that's outside of the content available for the character creation. Hit close down there, and then just select it.
Yeah.
Click on it, and then select, and then you've joined, and then there is a way, once you're in here, go right click.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I already looked at this and Fearbogue isn't in here.
No, I know. Like you're not going to be able to make the character in here.
So you don't need all that. You just need.
Yeah, I just need the bare bones stuff.
Okay.
Because it's just there for a token and me having some very basic info.
Why can't I? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. Just gonna go with the flow.
Because you can make it in there, you just have to like put everything in there, like 5e character
Yeah.
sheet is. I was like, you just put some of the bare bones, the name, the AC, the languages and stuff like that, and I can do that on my end too. Edit it to get that stuff in there.
Yeah. It's kind of basic. It does not have all the stuff that.
Yeah, and it doesn't have like full just choose custom
Why
random.
does it keep rolling dice?
You can't.
Oh, are you trying to
Somebody's
double
trying
clicking
to.
on the thing?
I'm
Go.
just
Yeah.
trying to add what you asked me to add.
Click on the hamburger menu or the meatball menu by the name, and then go into edit mode, and then
edit. Now you're in edit mode. I think it was trying to roll them whenever you were
Okay.
doing.
yeah,
Okay, but you see
Yeah,
how it
that's
says
what it was
shield
doing.
one, and I can't pick.
Why I keep rolling stuff randomly.
I can't add a.
and then
shield.
actually click on the
Or
ability
armor.
name.
Let me.
Will
What's your
bring up your ability
what's your AC?
score screen.
16.
There you go. I just put +6 because you were at a 10.
Okay.
I told Shane about it the other day. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I had to do for my mouse.
Okay.
I put a popsicle stick on the side because they put a fucking numpad right there where your thumb goes.
You got a gaming mouse with all the programmable buttons.
Yeah. It should be somewhere else.
Well, I like most of my stuff. Skills are way messed up, but my AC is correct, my hit points are correct, total is correct.
I finally got my hit points to correct. I had to do those from the... I think it was from the class leveling menu.
As long as y'all got reference to them somewhere, you're good.
Are we level?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Actually, on this is a bigger screen here. Move Discord to the side panel. That's just for that chat for now. Oh, much better.
Is that picture you put in the chat, the 2 Hero Forge, are those still good?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was sniping them for you.
The Fearbold ones, not the halfling ones.
Yes.
I'm trying to update my So you need passive perception?
That one would be a good one to have.
Well, I don't know how to edit this, but my feat that I took before, I took observant. So I get a +5 to my passive, and I don't know how to.
Let me see.
Yeah, I was trying to look at that too. It's one where the limits of the thing, you'll just have to, remind Thad that your passive is higher than what it says.
Sorry, Thad.
That's alright.
Yeah, which would be nice if it had some full customization or override options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My background's also not in here.
Yeah, mine wasn't either, so half the stuff my character can do isn't available.
Okay.
That's why I'm a
So I'm not the
halfling
only one.
herbalist.
At least I'm not the only one. I feel good about that.
That's what my full sheet's all for.
There, got you a character token. It's the wrong thing. Well, if your passive perception is what total?
21.
21?
Jesus.
That is the wrong thing.
It is really high.
You did the same thing as me.
What?
I said, you did the same thing as my other character, who's passive. I think I got to like 30 so far.
Yeah, 21 at level 3 is pretty good. The next we've talked about the next feat that I get, the next ability score increase, instead of doing a feat and doing skill expert and getting expertise in perception. So I could double my proficiency.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's if she lives long enough to make it that far.
Hopefully you can last for one level.
One level.
So that's going to depend on how good of a healer I am.
I'm Megan, by the way.
I'm Dennis.
Nice to meet you, Dennis.
It's a pleasure, my lady.
I'm Jim.
Good, sir.
Random guy.
Yeah, I know random guy all too well.
You know funny, Mike Parusa?
Jim is my fiancé.
Danny Benny Mabarusa.
We
If
are.
you're going to go there,
Do what?
if you're going to go there, the Russia. No. You're not going to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit.
I was saying accent just to screw with you.
I was thinking about doing
And
an
he's
accent.
right, Russian accent. Character has Eastern European background, but he speaks very fluently. Just slight accent.
You're going to have fun with mine.
I can just do meet you the whole time.
No.
Oh, okay. I think I almost got it.
I took part of a page out of Indy's book.
There you go.
I took a page out of Indy's book, so.
I got your passive perception as a 21.
There, you fixed it?
Yeah, your wisdom is a 25.
Not on my
Let's
character
just screw
sheet.
up all kinds of other stuff, but
We'll get there.
You heard the DM.
well,
Came out of the DM's mouth.
did you try making her basic perception
Expertise.
expertise? Yeah. But then again, if she takes that, you're still going to have to skew everything.
Yeah, well, now I know how to change the maximum level that your character can go instead of 20.
Oh.
So that was the thing holding it back. I couldn't get it more than a 19 because with a 20 wisdom, it wouldn't go past a 19. Here we go.
There you go.
Because I'm only going to look at a couple things on that sheet.
Yeah, just the passives and
Yeah.
Speed, size, which my size is only temporarily.
Yeah, yours changes, so I don't even need, reference. Just which fucking size are you now?
I was also going to ask.
What are you, King?
I don't get a.
I'm a Yeti. Technically, mechanically, I'm a bugbear fighter, giant foundling background, and giant rune subclass.
Can I have one?
Or rune knight
Okay.
subclass. Yeah.
Because I only have
So-
4 right now.
I've got an extra 5 foot of reach with any weapon. So my reach
do you
weapon
have
goes
animal
15
handling?
foot.
Then that doesn't
Yeah.
count. That doesn't count towards your skills.
Okay.
You get. I was going to give you animal handling free.
Yeah, I
'Cause of
have
what
animal
you-
handling because of what
You're what you're doing as a job.
Okay, I'll have proficiency to.
Wow, and I don't have the highest AC, which is interesting.
Interesting.
That my perception's off by 2.
Okay.
My perception's actually 14 instead of 12.
Okay. Let's see if I can fix it.
I think they got my right.
I might have to rebuild the character sheet because those numbers are different now. I rebuilt the character.
There you go. You weren't proficient. That's what. Added proficiency and that fixed it.
debating on getting another bowl of soup.
That's good.
We made so much.
Yeah, get one for me.
So much.
We'll send you.
Actually,
We'll send it via Amazon.
I was just gonna
Yeah, that'll work.
just hook up another Discord channel and just broadcast the picture of it to you.
Just take a bowl and throw it out the window and see if it reaches you.
Loki, come here. Delivery.
Hey, let me connect to my 3D printer and you can just send it digitally.
Yes, I'll download it.
It might not taste the same, but
Yeah,
you
it's
could
all
try.
plasticky.
Why does it taste like PLE?
I don't like this flavor.
It tastes like arsenic.
I think this might be poison.
Yes, that was rat poison.
Now that would be interesting. I bet you my CNC head hooked up on that print with the rotator, I could carve some bar bait into any number of shapes to put out. I hate to have to clean that up though. Oh.
All right. Okay, let's see here. We have.
Oh, you finally noticed there was chat going on in your stream?
Yes, I had a different window up because I was trying to fix something.
Yeah, I know. While you were doing that stuff, I was managing your chat a little bit.
Look, you just became a mod. Literally, I just made you a mod.
Which one are you talking about? The general?
Twitch.
Oh, I'm not on Twitch.
Yeah. That'd be a
Yeah.
lot of data
I just
going through.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay, so I think we all got it. Basically, does everybody have their items and stuff?
Do you have your +1?
Yes,
I don't.
I do.
I haven't selected an uncommon item yet because I didn't really know what to
Yeah.
select.
Okay.
I mean, does that have to be decided by today?
No.
Okay.
Shane, did you have that? You had that book that has all the crazy magic items, right?
Yes, I do.
Wait, Megan, you have the printout, don't you?
Did I not?
The Griffin
Did I
saddlebag?
not send you? Yeah. I'm gonna say, didn't I send that to you? The PDF for Griffin Saddlebag?
The Griffin saddlebag, the book. Did you have that?
I do, but it's packed away.
Yeah. Okay. So I can we can get Jim
Did I not
the
have-
link to that. He can
Yeah.
look through, find
Do it.
stuff. There's also a couple apps that work really well.
Okay.
I have both books on my here. I can see if it'll let me send them in the Discord. Files are too powerful.
Squish
You got
a
it.
little sad.
Google Drive.
I might. I gotta double check.
Got it on a Google Drive. You can send a link, set the link up to where only people with the link can get to it.
Yeah,
The DM.
I should have them on my Google Drive. Just a matter of double checking.
I'm checking to see if I've got it too.
Yeah, I didn't pick a common item. I found an uncommon that works, but I didn't pick a common.
I got a really fun common item that I hope everybody will like.
Just Just a big old bag of cocaine.
Just a bag of coke. Big old bag of coke.
Right.
We're all gonna get
Well,
super fucked up.
You're hurting sheep.
I could turn into a bear. You have cocaine. You can't have cocaine there.
Yep. There we go.
I will find a rolled up newspaper.
Newspaper.
That's actually the counter to Cocaine Bear. It's the only thing that can counter Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine sheep.
No, a rolled up newspaper.
Rolled
It's like kryptonite.
Okay, it's gonna take a couple minutes because they were not uploaded already. Sure, I've got them on another cloud storage somewhere that I don't remember which one it is.
Let's check and see if I had it on here. Because I already don't know.
Anyone with a link can access the folder they're going into. And I will share that in the Frosty Flakes chat.
I just keep hearing Ben in the background growling and just general weirdness.
Where do you think he got it from?
I don't know. I think it was his mother.
No. No, that's not accurate at all.
No, it came from living in my computer room for what? A couple months or what? Or
Yeah, it was just radiation.
exactly.
Well,
Maybe
whatever
they're drinking the coolant for that old tower.
whatever was happening also killed my computer in that room. That's when my desktop died.
Well, that was in the spare room. That wasn't in the computer room where he was set up at. He was still small enough. Wasn't he in a crib or?
Something like that.
The,
I don't remember.
the lag with your Twitch is so strong.
Well, I have 3 computers, an Xbox, and a Twitch stream going out. So my
Yeah,
internet.
At least what I'm getting from Discord and that is definitely not synced up.
Yeah, they're not. I'm not going easy on the internet connection today.
And unfortunately, the Griffin Saddlebag books don't have a good search feature with them, so it was a little rough sorting through getting them, but
I like you up here.
That's
3 different
interesting
cameras.
Am I in? Oh, now I'm in.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make you a drink?
Yeah, I don't have much.
Yeah, I'll make you a drink.
Ow. All right. Jim, did you have a picture?
Of my character?
Yeah.
Not yet. I can just search one.
Okay. I was like, if you had a picture, I'm able to pop it up pretty quickly. And you should be able to get to this whenever too.
Okay, cool.
okay, book 2's uploaded. Book 1 is supposedly less than a minute, but we'll see. I was talking earlier in the week, my midweek evening game, half the players were sick, so I was the player there chatting with the DM, and he reminded me that Drive-Thru RPG has a lot of the older books that they put on sales. So
Yeah.
maybe trying to download. I may be going after the D20 version of the Aberrant superhero settings.
Oh, yeah.
That had the pulp, the adventure, which was your pulp heroes like Indy,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then the superheroes, and then the future Star Trek, Star Wars merged universe of Trinity. They weren't that expensive to get the set, but I'm waiting for a sale to see how much further they go.
Something you might want to keep your eye on. Drive-Thru RPG sponsors it. It's a bundle of holding.
Mm.
And they're usually a bundle of books. Supports a charity. You get a crap ton of books. They're all PDFs through Drive-Thru RPG. Another site to watch is Humble Bundle.
Yeah, they've got a Humble Bundle bookmark. I forget to check that. I forget to check Drive-Thru RPG. And I didn't think to look there for the Adventure and Aberrant series. Because I've got all the books for the D10 version of it, and then they released the D20 and then folded. So,
Before he even
but,
steps on
I
it.
went looking for the campaign I was running, that I would run every other Saturday, which is why this one had to be as late as it did. It was for that session, potentially. I forgot that I had bought a PDF through Drive-Thru RPG of the old module. So I was actually able to re-get it when I couldn't find my downloads. But I'm updating that module to 5th edition, and it worked out okay. Despite a couple characters getting knocked out last time.
Yeah, this has been a busy week for me. Tuesdays I usually play Mage. And the group will play Mage for a month, and they'll play Vampire for a month. The Vampire DM had to step away. So I'm running a 5th edition game on Tuesdays. I got talked into running a 5th edition game on Friday night. Then every other Sunday I run a 5th edition game. And this one popped up this week. I'm like, okay, well, I'm no longer wanting for a game.
That's where I was at. My had Wednesday game now got moved to Wednesday because DM's going back to school, and he's got some night classes, but that is a Mass Effect 5th edition with the N7 world rule set. Pretty interesting. But we've got a few more weeks of that before that game is put on hiatus, and he's got 2 other game plots that he wants to run, but they're completely different, like rule set, world settings, and everything. So we'll see which one of those he picks up.
Over 2 weeks. I very patiently wait to play with Dennis for every 2 weeks.
That's
all I got.
my Saturday game was. I started it because I was craving something other than just the Mass Effect, and it ended up being a bunch of people that hadn't played in a while or had never actually played. So it's like, okay, if we're hurting for players, I know a couple people that might be interested in an alternating Saturday game. I have a short list, but they had who they wanted. I don't want to get, no offense to Thad running a 6-person game. It's a little more than I want. I struggle sometimes with bigger sets like that, trying out what I was doing.
I had, 8 at one point?
Yeah.
We run some big. Sitting at the table, it's still a little rough, but it's not bad. But getting into it, figuring out how I was going to run a virtual game, I wanted to keep it small to start.
Yeah.
That's smart. when our Tuesday
Yeah.
game started, Bailey was the DM, and she just put a thing out on Facebook saying anybody wants to play D&D, we're going to start a game on Tuesday. So it ended up, how many was that our first? Like 11?
Yeah.
There was like 11 people.
Wow.
And it dwindled down from there, and now we are at 6 players, 1 DM. And so much better than when
See,
it was. It was,
When I
it was
first
That's
put
how
up-
the Sunday game started. Was I posted out, hey, if I ran a world in the same world I tell my stories in, are there any interested players? Oh my god!
a lot of people were interested, I bet.
Message book just flooded.
And I think I made my comment. I think about running a weeknight game, 1 day a week, maybe every other week or something. 3 people that answered ended up asking if we could do it Saturday instead.
Oh,
I said, okay, well, we can make that. And it's like Saturday. I know there's more people that we can get in
Yeah.
if we want to expand it. Now I'm thinking about picking one up on the off weekends. Depends.
Every weekend, all games.
yeah, we have an every other Saturday
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
that we do.
Yeah, how is this one gonna fall? Just so I know I can partially plan my chaos.
This one, like, I don't know. Like, this is going to be like Saturdays or Sundays whenever we can get it, at least once a month. Hopefully more often than that, but when we can work it in, because I know there's at least Bob has Saturdays occasionally works. I always have to check my work schedule. Everybody else has something.
Hard ass. Yeah. That's the only thing. Hopefully I don't get any emergency calls. A few weeks ago I had playing the Wednesday night game. I got a call from the fire alarm company that we had a fire in the building. So I had to run and take care of that.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. But, I get 5 of these calls a day for a trouble that we know that the contractor's trying to fix. So I'll send this one to voicemail, because it's a thing. No, so one time it wasn't.
Oh, Dan, did I tell you the last time we had a fire drill at the plant?
Oh no.
And we forgot to tell the fire department that it was a drill?
I heard about that.
We're like
They were up
3 blocks down from the fire department, so they got real quick.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It was pretty hilarious. We were still evacuating the building, and they had stopped because there were people walking across the road.
Yeah.
What do you guys use as a coolant? Just out of shits and grins here.
Anhydrous ammonia, 90% of it.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work with that stuff.
Man,
See, what I love is the new building we just built. Our giant spiral freezers are anhydrous cooled, but all the cooling units in our coolers and the rest of the building is glycol chilled. So the glycol is cooled in the ammonia room and then piped out to the units to maintain it, so we're not going to have an ammonia leak anywhere we have staff. So that made my life easier.
We used
That's
to
what- that's what our plant had.
ran an AC/DC reciprocating compressor built in the 30s.
There's so much with the ammonia rules and the PSM, management of change and all that I just don't want to get involved in all that shit. And it's adjacent. I have to know enough about it because it's adjacent to my work roles.
working with ammonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Hey.
it was our boiler operator was also our compressor operator, and the running joke is if you see the boiler operator running for the gate, follow him. He knows something you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, I used to joke that if you see my fat ass running, you better keep up, because now, as the safety guy, you better figure out which way I'm going, because half the time I'm going towards the problem, the other half I'm booking it out. So
Yeah, I wouldn't trust to follow you. I'd see where the bulk of people are going. So you're the guy going to go, hey, explosions. I have to start
is
this
the building
fire.
actually burning down? Do we actually have a leak, or
Saving someone else's life, saving my life.
we shall see. I've got a good nurse manager here that I don't have to fight with as much as I used to. Well, some of them we've had before. She's all about getting extra people trained on, certified on anything. And wait, what just appeared in the kitchen?
What?
That's her ass. That's her ass appeared in the kitchen. Great.
That's not the kitchen. That's the steam.
Oh,
That's
steam
a
room.
song.
Okay.
He's just going in there to open his pores, get all the toxins out.
Right, it's a place. See, there's the big old and mostly okay. So character wise, who has been here for a length of time?
Me.
So most everyone, because I know.
I'd be
Okay,
very
this is
here.
the Spring Vale, right?
Springvale.
Yeah. No, I figured my guy's like just getting there.
Well, I mean, you've been in the area, so you know of the town. So that's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's
I've
the
always been to Springfield a time or two, but not necessarily spent a whole lot of time in anywhere particular.
Local to the region? Yes. Been standing in the doorway?
yeah.
Define local.
The realm of Hathor.
Yeah, no.
Very local.
Dad knows the backstory. No. No, I'm not local.
Well, I didn't know if you'd been in the area for any length of time.
I figure third level month, maybe.
Okay, so you know what this place is, not necessarily know much about it, other than that's the place that everybody's talking about being a tourist attraction that's up and coming.
Bought to make money.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that.
There is and actually, the one thing I do not know what your physical capabilities are. There is a shop, a company that has taken over most of the town, called Shears, and they are a company that bought up a bunch of like ranches in the area, or land, made ranches with sheep, and they are making and producing expensive and high quality coats and pants and stuff, like winter wear. But they're trying to basically sell real expensive stuff to tourists so they can go around and be nice, like the big old puffy coats and stuff.
You're the one that I had a commission with. Here's a referral number. When you get there, tell them Quentin sent you.
And they basically like bought half the town, if not more. Some of the businesses in town are still owned on their own, but lots of the land and all that stuff around has been bought by them to try and. Their goal was to make this place a tourist attraction, and they started it They started this process about 3 years ago. So
There's
like
the
nice quality jackets. You probably heard about them at some point because they make nice stuff, really good wool jackets and stuff. So they would be a place to get some winter wear, especially if you're new.
Oh yeah, you're going to hear about it. The one magic item I grabbed was on purpose. It's more of an RP item, but it's on purpose.
I couldn't find a good name because it was going to be Sears Roebuck, and I couldn't think of another name, so it's just Shears.
Yeah.
Shears and Robot. It's D&D. You can get cheesy.
I know. I went with Shears.
Shears, Row, and Buckskin.
Could be one of the stores. But the Jim, how long has your character?
Probably about a month in Springvale,
Okay.
just doing research.
Okay.
So he's doing the shield, but one of his main purposes of doing it is he's trying to build a non-magical Gatling gun. But he's having a problem with it overheating, so he's trying to figure out how to infuse the wood to make it not overheat.
And that would be a very good reason to be here with the frost spark.
Yeah.
Probably the main thing that people would have heard recently is about 2 days ago, somebody about a week ago, somebody was attacked. About 3 days ago, a group of people went out to go hunt for them and figure out what was going on, because they'd been hearing about animal attacks and that there was something out there that was fucking people up. Nobody had come across it that has survived and come back, other than like tracks, trails, evidence of something big roaming around. Basically at this point, at the beginning, you guys have heard that group has not come back. They've not shown up anywhere. Bob's character, his tribe has not heard from them. They hadn't made it out in that direction either. They have disappeared, and they should have checked in by now. And that's pretty much the now call out for people to go looking for them and figuring out what's going on. That is most likely some sort of large creature that is attacking people. And the main company wants to figure out what's going on, because that's not good for business. Having something that could eat people.
About 10 miles or so outside of town, as I make my way from wherever I was located, where I picked up that flyer and went, Springville, alright. About 10 miles outside of the town, I'm going to stop and start to ask the local wildlife, the birds, deer, whatever critters I can come across, and start asking them if they have any, if anything new scents moved into the area. Is there any, since the last full moon, have there become areas that have become more scary, or are there any predators in the area? Have you seen this group of people?
Yeah. Let's see.
And I'll just kind of gather intel like that from the local wildlife coming from the direction as I head through the town. As a general, I was a squirrel. I'll stop it there.
Whichever is, I'm checking. Obviously, your handle animal is higher. Roll me a animal handling advantage. Yeah, and roll me like 3 of them and give me the numbers, since you're doing it over a long period of time.
Okay. 3 times.
Do what?
You said 3 times or roll 3 dice.
3 times. Yeah, roll 3 different animal handling checks.
Okay. 13. That was a long. Hey, beat it. What's a 15? And another 50.
Okay. A couple times when you ask some birds that are flitting about, they come over and say that they'd seen those people. They'd seen people in the area that you're kind of describing, but it's been a while. Like that they were there. That's pretty much what they. That's the base of their knowledge was they weren't food. They weren't something they were going to try and eat. So they were alive, and they were there. But you do get from most of the animals in the area the fact that in the direction that they headed, they've been starting to leave that area because there's something that's big and it's we don't like it. It's big.
Yeah. Well, I think like if there are any predators that move in the area, any straight smells.
Yeah, big fucker. Is the pretty much the there's a big fucker out there, and that's pretty much the gist you get from all of the animals, except for one that goes, nah, he's nothing. I could take him.
It's like the smallest squirrel of all the squirrels.
Oh yeah, it's a little teeny tiny squirrel, and he just thinks he's tough shit because he came up to you like he was tough shit.
That squirrel in Baldur's Gate.
I was like, I could take you. He puffs up at your dog and your owlbear like he's gonna fuck him up. Just the
down. Friends not food.
Your owlbear gets no shits.
Yeah, and then after yeah.
The dog looks hungry.
Yeah, after that I'll just go ahead and continue on making my way into town.
Okay. As you're how long do you take from where you were to the village, the town? Do you have to overnight?
I don't know where I came from.
Oh, that's you. Like, well, where were you? Did you have to take? Were you out far enough that you needed to spend the night?
I would say I was probably. I was thinking in between tours at the moment, so I was probably on my way from my tribe's village to Wonderland. What was the place called?
Springvale.
The train station.
Oh, okay.
No.
Winter's Crest.
Train station. Wintercrest, yeah. I was probably on my way through Wintercrest to hawk up some new tours, and along my way, I stopped at a village that was halfway in between and saw that sign and went, oh, I'll try this place instead. And so, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I've been traveling for like a day, I can cover quite a bit of ground in this sled, so
Yeah.
maybe. Like, I don't know if I'd be getting there in the morning or the evening or whatever, but I would have started traveling, from the morning and maybe traveling all day and getting there.
Okay. When you do stop for lunch, whatever, and kind of chill for lunch, you do know that you're able to, obviously you can talk to your team fully as way better than the normal people can talk to their sled team, and they run off to go play because they have more energy than is like like a toddler with cocaine. They are just off with way too much energy. They just they don't go off very far because they're just keeping track, but they just they may be going after the squirrel. They may be going to try and fuck with that squirrel, but they do go off and play and come back within moments of you whistling for them to come back. But they do go off out of sight and even your hearing. Because, Bunny, it is pretty far.
Right. You're switching.
But yeah, they go off and they come back like none the worse for wear, look like they've had fun and ready to hop back on. Half the owlbear sort of hop, because I imagine the type of owlbear that's bred to be to pull a sled is built like a fucking bulldog, like no neck, just kind of hovers over there, built like a Dorito too. Like back legs are, it just kind of stands where it's supposed to be, and then the dog half gets in its own harness because they can mostly get in themselves. You just have to go over there and put it very little.
Set the dog and then I gotta completely put the whole out there.
But it's not. It's mostly from underneath. So the owlbear can basically stand over it, and then it comes up underneath their legs to strap, straps on the top. That way it's easier to detach, and it can, if necessary, reach back there with its no owl neckness and pull a strap to unharness itself. Yeah. It is horrifying to watch if you've not been around the owlbears, because the thing just looks like it's turned its head all the way around, detached its neck, and pushed back. But it's an emergency thing for them to be able to get out, because I know that some of the dogs can get out of their harnesses if they need to, too. Not fully, but they can. What the fuck? All these fucking random notifications. But yeah, so you're heading to Wintercrest, or are you going to head to Springvale?
I'm coming. No, I am heading towards Springvale instead of Wintercrest.
Okay. So who else is going to? Shane, where are you? I'm going top screen on mine.
And I'd be coming in from God knows where, because my boots, any track I would leave for now looks like Kutoa tracks. You know, the fish people.
That's not that's not suspicious or anything. Like, there's a lot of races in all the worlds, but them fish people don't fuck around.
Exactly. So we'll do something weird for a day or two, and then change it again some other day. But I'd be coming in somewhere different. I've probably been to Springvale a time or two. As more people come in, I probably don't spend as much time in town as I do hassling whatever's causing problems outside.
Yeah. So I'd say
Hey,
most of the travel probably comes in through the north, heading because the train, all the train traffic comes through Wintercrest, so it'd be in Wintercrest, but any foot traffic comes in straight up from the north down. There are some villages and various occupied areas all over, but most of them are to the north. Further south, there's not nearly as much land. It's more frozen. This is randy. They got discovered a couple thousand years ago because of all the that happened and created all the springs, the hot springs. But it's real close to much fucking colder areas.
Yeah, so I'll probably be coming from around one of the smaller villages, having heard that there's some work, potentially profitable work over by Springvale, clearing out whatever's been hassling, growth and business. And well, I'm not necessarily much of a social creature. Definitely gonna head that way. Get paid to stop trouble.
Yeah, and you would have heard about the big business starting up, and like there's a lot more money coming through there, so them wanting to get rid of stuff that's a problem is a lot more monetarily beneficial now. Let's see, you would come probably would hit Wintercrest first and hear about that they even in Wintercrest they know about the problems that are starting, because you've got a couple of other businesses that are kind of happy about some potential problems that they could use to buy area out there if people are going to leave.
Take advantage of the unrest, Scooby-Doo villain-like.
Yeah, so the fact that, there's a lot of businesses that are not necessarily unhappy with it means that they've been keeping an eye on it. So you would have been able to get in the problem with whatever creature is out there attacking. And some people, what was it? I'll roll now. 8 people total that have gone missing, including the search party that went out.
Okay.
Roll me an investigation, and then do it with advantage.
Okay. Both rolls were 12. No bonus.
You've heard of them. There's a group called the Winter Wardens. They are a group that are basically an adventuring guild that travels Hathar and deals with stuff. There's none in the area right now. That's what you've gathered. There's none around at the moment. They are kind of only vaguely organized. They don't really have set patterns for where they go. They just sort of travel when they hear something's going on, and currently nobody's in the area to help deal with it.
Right, is their crest involve a snowflake?
No.
Oh, darn it. Okay. Like, darn, that lead right into some jokes about it. All right.
Okay, so you'll head to Springvale?
Yeah, I'll hike into Springvale.
Okay.
Try and find out more about what they're wanting, what they're paying for.
Okay. All right, Dennis, where have you been?
So I've recently come into town within the last month at absolute tops. Once you come into town, it was cold. It's cold. Siblings get dropped off in a city world or a temperate climate. They throw me into the fucking tundra. As she stomps in, wrapping herself up as tightly as she can in gossamer silks. Grumble, grumble, cuss, cuss as she finds a heavier cloak. Almond-shaped eyes looking around. And then it's like, oh, what is that? And promptly inspects the most mundane trinket like it's some sort of treasure. And she's been exploring town, exploring the area, keeping her ear out for something to do. She's bored, but it's fucking cold.
So you will have... Oh, what? What the fuck is Ben doing?
He's singing. He's singing.
Oh. So if you'll come to the main big inn in the area as an easy place to get warm. The moment you come in, the place is heated. You'll have been able to find out about the places to get, like, you'll have at least 3 people mention as you walk through in silks about you'll have found out about 3 specifically different places to buy clothing. On further inspection, if you go to those places, you will see someone who looks very similar to the person that told you. They look very familiar, as if they're probably related. You'll be able to find out through some just listening to people at the bar and see posted work about the missing people. Because you got there early, you basically are hearing some of the people talk about it, about the fact that they should have been here by now, and that they're going to look into seeing if they can get more people to go look.
What does it pay?
One of the guys, Gordon, he goes, to be fucking honest, I don't know yet. We're trying to talk to the boss lady about what they're willing to pay to get a group together. Get some other people that weren't just... Probably shouldn't have gone.
In other words, you sent inexperienced people out there to do something that somebody with proper experience should have done.
They were volunteers. Some of them were family of the people that went missing, so it was sort of a search party. wasn't necessarily thinking they were going to have to take out anything. So
I see. You do what you pay for. Yes. Yeah, sure. I'm interested.
you going to be around? Where are you staying?
It's warm in here. Yes, I'll be around.
All right.
It's not outside where it's cold.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
I love how the locals like, yeah, it's fucking cold.
I didn't come here for the suntan.
Here's he's wearing boots of winter. She's actually warm. She's pissed because she's dropped off in the tundra.
Yeah, I'll. What room are you staying in? Where are you staying? I'll send somebody.
Well, and she'll look over to Eve. How much for a room?
She goes, it's a gold for a certain amount of days that I haven't looked into the economics yet, because God's lazy.
God's lazy.
What's my room number? I'll take one.
All right. I'll send somebody over to let you know when something's being put together.
That will do. That will do. And I threw a picture in chat for you guys.
Wondered why I heard a beep. Nice. All right. Who's next? Because either one of you guys can go next.
Okay.
Directionally.
So where do you want me to start out at?
So you were here to do research on stuff.
Yeah.
So easily you could have come in here and gotten a room and then gone back and forth with some of the small frost bark harvesters. That there's a number of them in town that they harvest the brush variety that's not nearly as good as the full trees.
Yeah.
But it's useful for them making trinkets and small things. So it's easily accessible and easy to experiment with because you can get a hold of it. So you could have easily been in town during this, but you also could have ventured out into the forest to go find some trees of it.
I think because we had created kind of a little bit of a backstory of, I asked some of the local people that spend their time out in the wilderness of where potential or unconfirmed barks trees, and so I came to Springvale, and then that's where I encountered the bandits. So I'd basically be riding into Springvale upon my mechanical bear.
Okay. So the mechanical bear runs on cocaine. That's what.
Yes.
There you go. It all circles back to Coke.
So you could have come in and while you're investigating, doing your research, you could have heard the rumors going around about the missing people, the first group of missing people that went missing, and then the search party that went out and is very recently has not returned yet, and now people are starting to get worried because they were a couple of hunters and farmers. It was not hardcore adventurers or anything. Yeah, they were mostly trying to find family of the people that the first missing people was a number of people that were out there. They were hunting, and they just never came back. And so it's a couple of the family members and friends of the family that went out to go search.
Yeah. So the one thing that you run out of quickly with researching his money, so now he's interested in revamping his research.
Getting that getting the funds back up
to buy more bark or to find more bark. So he heard about this opportunity.
Okay. First of all, roll me 2 investigations. Or, yeah.
2 investigations. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that is... So one of them I got a 25, and the other one I got a 23.
Okay. So I'm going to give you... I don't know where you want to put this down. You have 2 points towards the Gatling gun. Research points towards figuring out.
You need 100.
And then... let's see. Roll me a percentile.
Ooh.
41.
41. It takes you about 2 days of talking to people, trying to figure out where anyone would have any information about it.
Yeah.
And you do finally, after 2 days, you get a hold of somebody from the Shears Company. And they were in the middle of getting a group together. You literally found them as they were on their way to the inn to put up basically the poster with here's what we're going to pay.
Yeah.
And here's what we want to do and get these people together. So you're able to find them and head with them to the inn when they're doing it.
Okay.
And now we head to Megan.
I think that she's been living in Springvale for a number of years, but isn't super. She's not crazy social, like she's not going out and trying to make a bunch of friends, but she's definitely made some friends in town, and might even know one of the people that went missing, or maybe just knows of someone who was in the rescue party, the search party, but maybe not. But she definitely is aware that this is going on. So I think she's kind of been waiting for this sort of thing to happen, because if she's gonna do something and miss work, she's gonna want to get paid for it, because she has to buy food for her dog. So she is definitely interested in the possibility of going out and helping if there is, even if it's just a little bit of money. And she's not going to go out there by herself, because she's not that smart, but she's very wise. So she's not going to try and go out there by herself. So I think she's probably been going to the tavern portion of the inn, or wherever the central hub for people might be. She probably goes there at night for dinner, or in the mornings for breakfast, to try and find information about if anybody else is going out there to look for them.
You probably would have known at least one of the people that went on the search party.
Mm-hmm.
They were a family member of the specific ranch that you work on.
Okay.
It was just one of them. There was a couple of them that were friends of the family, but you didn't really know them because you're not super close with the family. You just know, you're like, oh.
I know of them.
That guy comes through all the time.
Yeah.
He owns them. So when you look into it, the family that you work for, they actually mention the fact that there's going to be a thing going down that day at the inn, and they are 100% down with you going to help.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, if you would be willing, that would be awesome, because Uncle Vern is gone, and we'd like to find our nephew too.
We would like to find the bodies.
She slings her rifle onto her back and just like nods and. So where are we meeting? The inn, the tavern.
Yeah, there's an inn. They're going to the inn. The company's sending someone out there with some paperwork.
Very well. I'll go there. So she waits till she gets off work and heads over to the inn. Yeah, the bag's empty. Yeah.
I'm assuming upon getting into town, either I'm directed towards the inn or that flyer I grabbed said
Do what?
for information meet at the inn.
Yeah.
As far as the
When you get to town, you see the people getting ready to head to the inn, and you can easily get that information when you get into town that hey, it's going to happen in a couple hours down in the inn. That's when everybody else gets there around the same time, or is already there if you're at the inn already. So probably Maji would probably be the last one to get there.
Okay.
Alright. Everybody roll initiative, just so we can do the character introductions.
You rolled high.
Alright. Jim?
19.
19. I can click there. Alright. Megan?
9.
Dennis?
20.
The fuck? Bob?
17.
Alright. There we go. Okay. When you guys all get there, there's a guy in kind of a big old... He looks like he's wearing a suit underneath a big, poofy, blue parka. He kind of looks like he's cosplaying Captain Cold. big old blue coat with the white fur on the inside. Big old hood. The hood's down now because he's inside. He does not look like he is a fan of the cold. But he goes in and he is up here.
Okay.
On the stage. The person up there who was performing, she stops and kind of just heads off to the side while he goes up to talk. All right. So, yeah, I think. Is everybody even on the board yet? I don't even know.
Yeah.
How do we get on the board?
Try dragging my token, but it's not letting me.
Okay. Let me get you all in there.
What token?
Add to map. There we go.
Lutrava.
Somebody that does this every time. Doesn't want to move people randomly. Let me get you all in there.
There I am.
Maybe once you've moved it.
Where's the front door?
Down here at the bottom. Hold on. I'm trying to click.
Sorry.
No.
I can wait. Is it the double doors at the bottom right? Okay.
Down there.
So she's gonna hang out over here.
Okay.
Sometimes it randomly doesn't let me move your character. Yeah. Alright, so, we're going to be trying to get together a group of people. Oh, hold on. Who are, a little more apt at figuring out what the fuck's gone on. We've had 8 people gone missing. We don't know if what has happened to them at all. The first people were hunters. They'd heard some stories about some larger creature that was messing with some of the animals that were kind of messing up hunting patterns. I don't know much about hunting. Something was disturbing some of the animals out there that they were hunting, so they went out to go mess with it. They didn't come back. Some of the family went to go find them. They've been gone for 2 days. They should have been back already, or at least sent some sort of message out.
Sorry about that. I meant to edit.
We're willing to pay a couple platinum a piece to fix the problem. We're not necessarily, at this point, we're not assuming you're going to find anyone. We've got to assume there's something out there that was way more deadly than they were prepared for, and at least injured and set them out there. If you can find them, awesome. But we need whatever was taking out people gone. That's what we're willing to pay for. Anyone that comes back, bonus. I'm sure the families will throw in some reward for that. We're offering 5 platinum apiece to go take whatever this fucking thing is out.
So is this a rescue mission or a recovery mission?
That's secondary. Either one. This is a kill the beast that's out there.
Recovery mission. Okay.
Do we know of which direction the groups went into the woods? North of here, south of here, east of here?
We've got the papers the maps that the original hunters were using and where they were going to be heading, but can't be 100% sure that that's where they went. But that's all we've got. That's what the search party used to head in that direction and figure out where, if they can find their trail. Nobody else has gone out since. I think some from the nearby tribe came through not too long ago, but it wasn't specifically that direction. They came through just for some trade goods.
When do we leave?
You guys can leave in the morning. I would say get your shit together. Who all is willing to go? And now we'll use initiative and go by. You guys can introduce yourselves to the group in that order. First is Dennis.
Of course. Edelyn Tennis. I'm more than willing to go. She's all of about... Get my notes here. She's all of about 5'1", maybe weighs 95 pounds soaking wet. Looks like newly warmer clothes, but a fancy pair of fur boots. Talks with an accent you can't quite place, and seems a far-off look in her eye on a regular basis. Hair that's purple, so dark of a purple it's black. I will go. It is more of a recovery mission, from what I'm understanding. Rescue if we can. We get bonus if we rescue. But recovery mission.
Alright. And then Jim plugs in his laptop because it looks like it's going to go dead.
There's a dwarf in the corner at the bar. Kind of like pokes his brim head up with his finger, and he says, "The name's Sonny. I guess I'll go out there and search for this here beast that's giving you some problems." He's a mountain dwarf in some half plate, very clean and just pristine armor, with a rifle on his back, and I ain't much in the way of tracking, but I can sure can be helpful putting it down. So 5 platinum pieces, extra if we bring back some bodies.
Yeah.
Warm or cold. Sounds good to me.
Right, and then the Yeti in the corner. Oh, right under your foot. There's a plug right there.
So,
The wall plugs are shit.
Maj will step up. He is every bit of 8 foot tall when he draws himself fully upright. Leaning on his halberd as much as a walking stick as it is anything else. His plate armor's covered with some kind of old, probably ratty looking, maybe funky smelling furs. Then he'll step up real gruffly and, Maji will hunt Beast. Maji will destroy Beast.
Hello, Loki.
All right, then for the other side of the size spectrum, Bob over there.
As a native to this region and an individual that has generations lived in the area, am I familiar with Shane's people in any way?
You've heard of them. If you've heard stories from Grandpa that they exist, but they don't typically like people.
Okay. So that's kind of one of those, when I was saying and say, legitimate reaction to, holy shit, there's a big one.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. A little flustered from that moment as everybody turns to, I guess, look at the set of eyes and ears that pop up over the top of the table. Skating somewhere between 3.5 feet tall at the head, a good extra foot of ears, is a mostly white furred, patches of brown as you can kind of see the summer coat changing into the winter coat. Much thicker white pushing through the brown rabbit person. His ears are constantly wiggling all around, picking up sound. And he's got a wide-eyed expression at the Yeti in the corner, and it's like, yes, of course. As a tour guide of the area and local, I've already begun a preliminary examination of the native wildlife, and I have a definite course of action. If you happen to have any pieces of clothing or personal items, preferably fabric or fur, that belongs to any of the missing people, I know my dogs outside would definitely be able to use the scent to aid in my search. We are all acting as a group, yes, as I kind of look around at everybody. This isn't a first man gets there, gets all the money situation.
No,
right?
I don't want to send people out on their own. You guys go together, or if you go on your own, it's up to you. But it's already taken out potentially 8 people, so I wouldn't want to go out.
Of course. Well, I was personally proposing that anybody who wishes to join me is welcome. I understand it might require splitting the profits, but yes, I could certainly use assistance in the search. If everyone's able. Just kind of looking around at everybody, just symbols in the area.
And then Megan.
You kind of get the sense he's awkward. He does not spend a lot of time talking to people. But he's not antisocial about it.
I didn't know if I could interject with.
Yeah.
Sonny would say that. Well, I don't know this area whatsoever, so I'm definitely not going alone. So
I'm a bush guy. Regularly assist locals in the area, more slightly north of this area region. That is what I'm paid to do.
Clementine will stand up and from her chair, and while seated, she seems, just like a big woman. But when she stands up, 7.5 feet tall, she kind of takes her hat off and places it across her heart, and her long black and gray hair is in a braid coming down her head, and her Furbolg skin is kind of like a lavender peach fuzz, and she has a wide pink nose. That's the wrong accent. Thanks for. She says, not quite. I aspect.
Well, if it helps for any of y'all, the little bunny did take my grandparents out once, and got them through, and they were fine.
Yes. You see her ears kind of, as they're twitching around when Clementine talked, and he looked over at another round member of the party. So he was kind of, I almost go back, but it's kind of like you're going to a more of a relaxed approach. Like, oh, it's one of your kind, I understand. Okay, yes, a friend. That one.
Yeah.
Not the Bigfoot.
I'm going to go ahead. One of the people that went out, someone close to me. So I'm going to go ahead and personally grabs a bag, and the closest person to him, he hands it to, which Jesus.
The Yeti in the corner.
The Yeti in the corner is the closest one to him. He tosses the bag.
In a hurry.
He tosses the bag over, and he goes, "You guys get supplies. I would maybe head in the morning. Whatever you guys think is best for you. Get supplies.
Yeah.
Get what you need and head out."
This door.
And he goes, "Thank you ahead of time. I need to. I gotta go talk to some people. If you guys need any more information, I'm sending someone with those maps. I'll send them back here. If you guys are gonna be here."
We'll be here.
My character, when he starts walking away, hops up real quick and runs over to him. And about that piece of clothing or personal item owned by the lost people. I have dogs that can track scent, so that would help out a lot.
Roll me a d20 with your highest stat.
And would be just my highest stat.
Yeah.
That'd be wisdom, so plus 13.
Open hand. Close this. Open.
He looks at you for a few minutes, reaches in to his pocket and pulls out a handkerchief and hands it over.
Oh yes, that was great. And just that would work great. If any of the family members have any other bedding, a pillow, blankets, anything that they slept in or wore, you can have them meet us here before we leave tomorrow. With those items.
Clementine, I think, can get you some can get you over to the ranch. One of the hunters was one of the people that she worked for.
Okay.
Everything else, I don't know where they live. I only personally knew 2 people out of the whole. Yeah.
Okay.
The first party that went out, it was mostly a whole family group. I'm not sure where they lived, but Clementine's employers might know, so you could get something from there. I'll go and get the map. We had it at the store. I'll go get that and have it sent over here. And he looks like distraught, like he's annoyed, upset, and he glances back at the handkerchief before he heads out.
Before he walks away, I'm going to kind of, because I'm kind of by the door, I'm going to kind of put my hand up. Before you leave, the person this handkerchief belonged to, can you give us a physical description of them?
6 foot, gray skin, no hair. Typically wore leather vest and long pants. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Can I make like a history check to see if I know what race he's talking about?
He's probably a Goliath, but make the history check.
-1 history, so 14.
14. You've seen that guy around the ranch a few times, and you also recall seeing the guy you're talking to at the ranch a couple times.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. Alright. I let him leave.
He heads off.
I won 3 times indoors.
Do I?
You would recognize what the outfit that my guy's wearing of the little nomadic people. They pass through the entire area over the course of a year.
Yeah.
So it's usually you would have like random tents would pop up near the border of the ranch, cover blocks area.
Yeah.
And probably it's an ideal grazing terrain.
Yeah, so she definitely would have noticed them. Yeah, she definitely
You would recognize that, those are those,
Yeah.
those nomads that wander around everywhere. They have no settled home or anything.
Well, with
So he's wearing, because it's
with her job,
very specific, extremely bright outfit.
Yeah. With her job being a watch over the sheep, seeing these groups move past the border of the fields and stuff, she would definitely make note of them.
And there would be a friendliness from the tribe towards them, because this is not even you're not even harvesting meat. They're harvesting the wool. Yeah. So they're even if we were vegan, we don't give a shit. Those are some well taken care of sheep.
They follow the course of the year. They specifically trained, bred owlbears for very specific purposes. They follow the reindeer elk herds because that's what sustains the owlbears that they are breeding and populating.
Okay.
I say that because as soon as you walk out of the building, there is an owlbear harnessed to a sled with a husky that's like running laps around it immediately outside. It's about half the size of a normal, maybe a third the size of a normal owlbear. And looks specially designed for carrying things very long distance.
Yeah.
And his head is tracking that husky, like going 360 around, hopping back, just 360, just watching it, and it's just kind of its paws are kind of tapping in that I'm playing.
Yeah.
It's the happy dance, the little dog happy dance, the little dog happy dance that they typically do.
Yeah. Cute.
And specifically, the owlbear is still harnessed to the sled. The husky has been disconnected in the pre-moment.
Yeah, the husky appears to be taking care of the owlbear because the owlbear occasionally tries to pull the sled in various directions, and the husky nips at it or headbutts it, and it sits back down.
So, Clementine will look over to the hair folk. So what is your name? My name is Clementine.
My name is Quentin.
Quentin.
Quentin from the tribe of man. Okay. As a specific name.
And you, big fella, you said your name was
Maji.
Maji?
They call me Maji.
Maji. It's a strong name. And you?
Yes,
are
Maji
you,
strong.
and she looks over at the woman in silk. And Clementine's wearing like a full coat with a fur cloak over the coat, and has like a scarf around her neck, and has gloves and sturdy boots and thick pants. And she looks over. Well, she looks down at the woman in silk. And I'm sorry, are we in your way, or you're not coming with us, are you?
Oh, I'm coming with you.
We'll need you to get you a coat. We
Like that, you're not.
Yeah, we definitely need to get you a coat.
Oh, if you insist, yes.
It's going to be
How could
miserable.
cloak?
You will be absolutely miserable if you don't get at least a cloak and gloves.
Yeah, you definitely. Here's a note card. These people, this address, mentioned me, but give you a discount. That's what she wants with. I just said a briefing, coat, blankets, cloaks, whatever you need.
She takes the card, but she's looking at you as if she wants to pick you up.
I get that little, like, nose twitch, the ears going.
I knew that look.
She's looking at you like Elmira would look at you. It's, ooh, I want to pick you up, and I want to hug you, I want to squeeze you, and it's just the urge is there, but she's...
And you said your name was Sonny?
Yeah, the name's Sonny, but some people call me Sonny because, I don't know, they think it's funny. So, and then he goes up to his, like, mechanical, at best, he tried to make it look like a bear, and he kind of, like, gets his smithing hammer and hits it in a certain way, and, like, there's, like, a trunk compartment and a side compartment that opens up, and he takes, like, a thing of wood, and then he throws it inside the part of the middle compartment, and it, like, it's like a little like campfire that he stores it inside of it, so the mechanical bear stays warm, so he rides it. He doesn't get cold.
So he got heated seats.
You can say that.
That's very good. Wait, we've worked together before.
Where he sits is warm.
Yeah, you gave me some pointers in a certain direction to find some of that cold bark.
This gentleman out here, this gentleman, he fixed up my rifle and gave it a little more punch.
I turned it into a half a shot of whiskey to a full shot of whiskey, as you might say.
I do like a full shot of whiskey.
Rifle whiskey? What is whiskey?
You don't know what whiskey is?
Oh, it's a
Some
local
people
drink.
think if you mix it too, it's a lot
It
funner.
will warm you up.
Yes, it will warm you up quite a bit.
The whiskey, please.
Not probably not right now.
There's a shot glass set down in front of you on the bar.
The dwarf always having whiskey on him. Here, you might try this, and then like pulls it out like just a straight like canteen.
Flask.
Yeah, flask.
Just a flask of whiskey and a shot glass in front of you. Have you ever had liquor
She takes the
before?
flask, unstoppers it, takes a silk, cleans the mouth off.
Smart.
I'm telling you right now, that
Looks at the
whiskey
glass,
is a lot.
cleans the glass,
Cleans it every time.
pours it up to the rim. She doesn't know what she's doing.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Not where I come from.
Well, you were born knowing what whiskey is. This individual does not.
We didn't get milk and dwarf babies from the teat. We got whiskey.
Whiskey from the teat. Incredible.
So that's a process to get it in.
I need to know what happens if she takes the shot. I need to know.
She will cork the flask back, hand it back to the short, stout gentleman, and
I'm tall from where I come from.
if you sit, you can drink it.
So typically you would just,
It's
you know what?
alcohol.
Sip it. Sip it. That's what you need to do.
Sip it.
Sip it.
Pinky out, and sips with pinky out. Oh boy.
Are you gonna roll something for it?
Come on, score.
That's up to the DM.
Yeah.
I want to know what her
How's that?
reaction is.
Let me look.
I want to know what her reaction is. Hey, Ben.
Hi.
She has a con of 13.
Ow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. If you had a lower one, I would say to roll, but it's one shot of whiskey. Depends on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is good. Down.
Well, I'm glad you like it. There's many other types of liquor that are quite good too.
Oh, it's an alcohol.
Alcohol.
Oh, good stuff.
Yes. It makes
Yeah.
you feel funny.
Yeah.
This is good. I like. Not quite as good as stuff at home, but this is good.
As good as the what?
Stuff at home.
Oh, stuff at home. What do you have at home?
Oh, well, and she, pats herself down and, oh, here it is. And it's just a little vial, and it looks like a clear, sparkly liquid.
Is that
Oh,
potion?
words, translation.
Carbonated Everclear.
Well, it's not carbonated.
LaCroix?
It sparkles. Well, we take daisies from the first sunrise, and take other flowers from the first moonrise, and a little bit of mashed potatoes and a few other things. We mix it together, let it sit for a bit, and here, try.
Oh, so this is vodka.
Yes, it's an infusion. Yes.
You know, I appreciate the
Well,
offer.
right, hold on, hold that.
Are you gonna take it, Bob? Are you gonna take it?
He doesn't know it's vodka, but yeah, that's
It's the shot glass.
Great.
yes.
Bob, that is huge! Show that to the camera again. Let me get a better look at that. Holy crap. That is the biggest mule I've ever seen.
Now that's a Moscow Mule mug.
Where did you get that?
That was given to me by Dennis.
Incredible. And now I know I want it for my birthday.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I should go get one of my mugs.
I didn't bring my mug with me, but I have a little glass that Thad made for me.
Those eyes are googly eyes.
I would shake it, but there's stuff in it. So.
Predator.
So, Quentin takes a big drink and nods his head a little bit and goes, in my tribe we make something very, very similar.
Oh, do you have any to
We
share?
call it Dama. I have a mint variety. I have a oak barrel variety, and I have a spiced variety.
She looks at you odd for a minute or two.
Clementine does as well.
Mint. Well, 1 minute. Look at his out to his spread outside and comes running back immediately. Looks like 3 or 4 bottles and list them all in the bar.
Question: as he runs away, does he have a little white fuzzy tail? Just
Yeah.
that's about the look.
Quentin is baby.
He's very, very similar in the pictures that I sent to you. Bright blue and red with like yellow accent, just all the primary colors. Sort of Middle Eastern dress. Like he's wearing like what the hell are they called? Breeches, the pants that come up to like just below the knee.
Mm-hmm. Breeches.
And so that his jack feet are able to fit out through the bottom. Like an oversized, like the one piece of goofier, tied with a belt to keep the lower part down, but it gives him that little, like, dress look over the top of. That's really all that he's wearing.
So what are these bottles that
So I'm running back with the 3 or 4 bottles of clear liquid. They're not marked in any way. He sets one down and goes, this one is mint, and this is Christmas spices, and this one is the oak aged one, and this one I forget what it is. And just kind of stares at the bottle for a second.
Mint, I know. I know what the mint is. The other name
Off the
she's
cork on the top of it.
absolutely puzzled.
Knock the cork on top, grab some one of the good glasses, and bring out the bottle of slice it over to you. Maybe like a 3-finger glass worth.
Okay.
It is peppermint schnapps. Flat out. Ooh, you know?
Oh. Just remember, we're going on a trek tomorrow. Wouldn't want to get sick.
In the morning.
Hydrate.
I'll have a 5 platinum advance.
Well, but I must go find people on guard first.
I know where the people on the card are. It's probably going to be a good place where we can get all of our equipment that we might need on our journey if we all want to go together. How do you feel, Maji? Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Travel well.
It's very
I do
nice to
believe
have
that.
someone that I'm able to look at near eye to eye. It's something I'm not used to. I do like it. Yeah.
It's more comfortable.
Yeah, you're not having to strain
Less
and
problem and
yeah,
yes.
constantly
Not
looking
many
down.
large.
Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't.
and it's just like
Quick will pop up on top of the bar. He'll talk to these two.
And the bartender just kind of looks at him and goes, "Really? Again?" Kind of occasionally wipes down where he's been walking.
With a pure straight face, she'll look at the bartender. Oh, is it customary to let pets walk on bar?
Oh. I am not a pet.
Yet.
She kind of like
Oh.
just turns around to wipe, goes away, half expecting a fight to break out at this point.
Clementine's just sitting there wide-eyed, thousand-yard stare at that statement. She's like,
Usually I'd be about 3 shots in at least before there is a bar fight.
She doesn't have very good social skills.
yeah. He's definitely a person, not a pet. He's a person. For now, okay.
I am a person, not a pet. This is a pet. And then poof, he turns into a fox.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Fox.
Flat out Arctic fox. The little small one with the little black points and like solid white.
Oh, God.
The bartender turns around and does the towel flick. Not as an animal. Just
With a front tip of the tail, you waiting for.
I don't know if your fucking feet get dirty and then they stay dirty when you're a little animal. Dude,
You argue, hop down on the instead.
I'm sorry, Thad.
So, you guys are able to head off to the shop? Is that where you're going first?
Yup.
Alright. So you get to the shop. It's a general store type thing. They sell all sorts of equipment, hunting equipment, travel equipment, so you guys can load up on the generic ammo, any like winter gear, stuff like that, some provisions, and They do give you a discount with Quentin's card.
Okay. Everyone's gonna go with linens and not heavy. The odd thing that would be noticed is when she walks out, she doesn't bundle up. She acts cold, but she doesn't look cold.
Inpatient.
And part of her grumbling is in the middle of bloody nowhere. But she'll grab linens, the silks. She'll grab linens, cover herself up a bit more. A decent heavy cloak. And she's curious as can be about rifles. She has no clue. What's this?
That's a gun.
That's a good.
Bang bang stick.
Wait, what am I about? In this village, it's a good. Here, have one.
Don't expect it.
Do you have any experience with firearms?
A little. We had a guard that played with them.
Okay. Okay, so you do have, so you have some experience. All right. Okay. Very good.
Where's the powder pouch?
Powder pouch.
And the tamping stick?
Well.
Oh. No.
Oh, you're thinking of.
You don't use those brands anymore.
Yeah, those are very, very old versions of. You're thinking of like a musket.
You need to upgrade to the most recent model.
That's totally fine. Between a few of us, we can definitely teach you how to use it. And you already have some knowledge from the god back home. Yeah. It could be fun. It could be a thing we do to pass the time when we're searching for the people who might be dead.
Something new to learn. This is why I'm here, as I need to learn. Something new to learn.
Well, you've learned about whiskey today, and tomorrow we're going to learn about guns.
The
That is good.
the person behind the counter.
Some people think mixing the two together is real fun, but that's also how you end up with missing fingers.
It's a very good point.
Oh, I can fix that.
You can fix.
If I catch it early enough, I could fix that.
The hat is very useful, actually.
You're familiar with the tooling aspects of the weave there.
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yes, the fleet-footed have blessed me with their understandings.
The fleet-footed
The fleet-footed.
have given you healing magic?
Well, understands well, all it is you speed time up a little bit. You go a little faster for a minute or two. Things heal.
What is, and I understand that you don't know me and you don't have to answer any question that you don't want to. What is the fleet-footed? What is that?
Well, and she starts to rattle something in an odd language, odd dialect. And then she goes, I've not learned the words yet. As soon as I've learned the words, I promise. Just have not learned the words yet.
What language is she speaking?
Okay.
Oh. We haven't covered this shit, though. Question, Thad, purposely cryptic. Plane or realm? Or are you lost?
I would say plane.
Plane? It's a dialect of Sylvan.
I
But
know
it's an
Sylvan.
old.
So do I.
I have Sylvan as well.
We can all help you learn common.
Oh, that's exactly what you mean. Okay, yes. Use your native language. You got to.
My thing is just. Okay.
Bobby's like, no, you start squeaking at each other. I don't understand.
And in amongst that Sylvan, there's several draconic words thrown in there.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, it's like, oh, I caught some of that, but, didn't catch the rest.
I can translate the Dragon Ball.
She flopped.
No, I did not pick a new indie that has 1,000 languages. I just literally, I have Draconic and I have Sylvan.
That is so funny that you have the two. I have Sylvan and Giant. I'm like, I don't know when Giant. I don't know when
Essentially,
What?
it's along the lines of a follower of Hermes.
Very cool. The fleet-footed.
That's
Very
it.
cool.
Oh, yeah, you have no clue yet.
I'm excited. That's exciting.
Her base move's 40.
Poof. She fast.
That's awesome.
Base
And that's
move.
before I start.
I love it.
And then if she gets excited, she's gonna touch Buddy Boy and say, "You can run now."
And run like the wind.
Shockingly, I'm not that fast.
You will be. She has long strider.
Very good. Now you go real fast. Here you go.
I'm very fast.
Oh no, you gave it to the owlbear. It disappeared.
Gotta go fast.
You just put down and go, you run fast. I turn into a deer. I'm gone.
Turn into a hedgehog and he spin.
Existed.
She can also, all allies within 30 feet of her, she can grant a dash or disengage action.
That's good.
So it's like, everybody, we need to move now.
Kind of, if we're kind of going over, I imagine that while we're shopping or standing around, like while we're waiting for everybody to find what they need, we're kind of going over what our
Yeah, I think now is a good time to like
you're
mechanical.
Kind of already doing that. Yeah, you're already doing that. So
Yeah.
like, that's a really good idea. So
Yeah.
I think Clementine would say, I'm not the best with hand-to-hand combat, but I'm very good with my rifle, and yeah, that's about it actually.
I can mark something far away so it makes it easier for you to see and hit.
You can do what? Say it again.
Mark something far away makes it easier for you to see and hit.
Yes. Yeah, that would be great actually. I have pretty keen eyesight, but anything to help is always welcome. Always welcome.
And as I said, I have been blessed with the ability to make you feel better and to heal wounds.
And that is something
That's always
that is
very convenient to have it. Happening group.
And we already know that you can turn into foxes. Can you turn into other things?
I do have good skill with changing my shape. I apprenticed with my our stage master, the druid in our tribe, for many years, and I am capable of adapting with nature, and I can control, I can manipulate elements. I work as a guide in this region already. I mean, I know where we need to go. I've already mapped out the source of the or the area where this large creature has been sighted. I don't know any more information on what it is. The animals were not very forthcoming in their description. Limited attention span.
Yeah.
But I have most of everything that we need to travel. I can create a wonderful character. I live in this every day of my life, and my job is guiding through dangerous areas. I'm will be your guide on this journey here today.
All right. You've got a guide.
Yeah.
I wonder what you do, Maji.
If I can reach it, I can strike it. And I can reach anything.
You've got very long arms. Incredible.
And a very long weapon.
I need to make you very fast.
Yes, you do.
You're very fast.
Sonny, you have experience with the arcane.
I'm not quite like them robier types. I've figured out how to more or less take the arcane and put it into objects, and then he like pulls out a rag, and mechanically he's casting prestidigitation, but he's like flavorfully, like he just takes the rag and he like cleans up a spot with it, and then he like pulls out his pistol really fast, and then like shows there's like he like flips the side open to show there's no like bullets in it, and then he closes it, and then he spins it, and he fires off 6 shots, showing that like it magically reloads.
In the middle of the general store?
Not in the store, like he would do it outside.
Okay.
I know.
And then like if outside he would like show his mechanical like beast that he has, and like shows like all the cool stuff, like he's like infused his like alchemy set and his like gunsmithing set inside of the bear, and he has these like these other kind of like little tools, and it's like he uses it like for mending, and so he like fixes up like what should be like take a little bit to fix this chair, he just kind of like screws this like screw into it, and then it just like magically fixes. And then like
sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Now, does your bear have a name?
Oh, you mean Betsy?
Betsy. A bear named Betsy. Very good.
Definitely very interested in the bear.
Oh yeah. The bear, the pistol, the screwdriver. And she's doing her best not to ask 1,000 questions.
What time is it in game?
It's about 6. Yes. What?
I say we get a move on, because I'm getting kind of...
Well, we're not leaving until the morning. It's not good to go out into the woods at night.
Oh, I didn't mean like heading out, I just mean...
Heading to our places of rest.
Yes.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You did not say anything about lodging being available, so I can recommend a couple inns to you, but that's about it.
I have a room. The nice innkeep will
Yeah.
I have a room.
I have a 500 square foot apartment.
I'm sure
Well,
Betsy...
go there.
Maji has a tent.
Good. Very well. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Should we meet up at the inn tomorrow for the maps tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
From the individual whose name we did not get.
You write it down.
No, I don't think he said.
He didn't even produce himself, did he?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No. So Clementine's gonna head out, and she does a really loud, like whistle, like whistle, and from around the corner of one building, a border collie rushes up to her, and she walks with the border collie to her apartment.
Wow. All the little floofy, fluffy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 players, like 10 tokens.
I don't
9
think,
tokens.
I have not decided whether or not the dog is coming with me in the woods because I am not 100% sure that's a good idea. Because the dog is just a dog, and I don't want to risk it.
It's literally just a pet.
It's just a pet. He helps with the sheep. That's it. She just helps with the sheep. I don't want her to die.
Like Optimus Prime's trailer. The dogs and sled just kind of slide off camera as I transform into a bear and rush into combat. And then at the end, they come back and we're off.
That's so funny. Yes.
Just make sure the border collie's sitting on top of the sled.
Yeah.
I could turn their my part of my bear into like a crate.
Your bear is just a dog crate half the time. The dog's inside going, fuck.
Stop hitting me! Why is it so hot in here? Because there's a fire going in the chamber next to them. They're just getting roasted.
Carol lays down and opens that up, and the dog hops in, cuddle up, and get all nice and warm. And then the owlbear comes and tries to kill this guy.
Tries to fit into the bear as well, this owlbear.
Gets one shoulder and a head in, and then just stuck.
That is it. We need to have fan art. I need to draw that. Someone needs to draw that.
Now, what's the rating going to be? Because where does it open?
I honestly imagine it being like a hatchback where the dogs go in, and so there is a bear with the back half of a bear sticking out of it. That's what I imagined.
So it is the butt.
It is the butt. Yeah, the butt is where everybody went in.
Just opens like a big iris.
Like a stinker.
I'm less interested in your bear. I'm going to have Quentin go back to the bar at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Evening's just getting started. He'll go back down to the tavern and drum up some business if he can, to any non-locals that come into the bar in this touristy area. He's going to be going, Quentin Tours, remember me for all your Arctic adventures. Quentin Tours, remember me for all your Arctic adventures. Hey, my business card, whatever.
There's not a ton of people coming in because people have been told not to come. Like, you've seen a dramatic drop-off in the past couple days of people coming in because the other companies are trying to kill some business so they can come down here and buy some stuff because, hey, there's an animal that's attacking people. And that's another major reason why the company is wanting this thing killed immediately. So they can go, hey, it's fucking dead. It's fucking dead. You're fine. everything's fine.
Navigate the corporate world.
One thing for Arwen, probably would have offered to if you would want to have bought a shotgun and shells.
Okay.
The person behind the counter would have offered that. You should go. These are easier to use if you don't want to try and learn these, but it's also these are pretty cheap, and you can and easy to use. So like,
She'll take a shotgun.
yeah, it's like we have I literally my 8-year-old killed some rabbits the other day with one.
Is it single barrel, double barrel, breech load?
It's a single barrel.
Single barrel breech.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a little bit about weapons. Arwen is well, yeah, she's Arwen.
I did send Bob and Shane the info on the guns I had made for you guys.
I got a copy.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I had some special ones made up for them because they were talking about past stuff. You guys, you two both have access to
Gunsmithing tools.
yeah, the gunsmithing tools. The all the guns that are in like the gun the gunslinger class, the stuff that Matt Mercer put out. You can make those and use them if you want. The misfire, ignore that because the tech's better regardless. And also the reload for any of those is still full movement or movement plus bonus action, unless you have something that negates your reload.
Yeah, I won't have that until like level 5.
But as Artificer, you can use those too with your ability to gunsmith.
Yeah.
So even if you don't want to use them, you're able to produce those.
Oh, also, I want my pistol is infused with the +1, infusion where it magically reloads if it's empty.
Yeah.
So I won't have to use that to reload. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a stupid useful one. Also, infusions. Your infusions known is how many you have. Don't worry about how many that you can use. You can use all of them.
I can use all of them, but I can only have the active. How many I can have active
No.
is still the same.
No. Is the total number that you know.
So I can do 4 fusions.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can have all of them active.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, but if I
Oh,
want to,
you're doing the,
multiple of the same one, can I do that?
Yeah, the
Or
rules.
would it only just be the 4?
If they're whatever 4 infusions you have, you can have all 4 of them active at the same time. Not on the same object, obviously.
No.
Those are the same.
Let's say I wanted to infuse my gun and I wanted to infuse her gun. Would I just take away one of the 4?
No. You actually have to have that infusion again.
Oh, so I could take it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I wanted to infuse 2 different weapons, I could know 2.
Yeah.
So I could do 2, and then I could just take one of mine away and infuse hers. Oh wow, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm glad I was lost.
Because I like the idea that the artificers can make more things than they can use, because that means they can spread it out to and have the group utilizing all this stuff too. Because there's still the same amount of magic items you can use and stuff like that. So that's the one thing I had different for artificers. I think about your fighter class. I think you've pretty much got everything switched over, right? Yeah. And I don't think there's anything different other than your interesting subclass of travel for the cleric. There was nothing to convert other than it looks cool. It's an interesting as hell subclass.
Yeah. It's essentially she is movement.
Yeah, you are moving the yeah, helping people move and moving people around on the board.
Oh, girl, perfect.
And
if you need to get somewhere quick in battle, come talk to Arwen.
Yeah.
Oh no, you need to go over there. Go.
Holy shit! Drink this?
Go kill that thing.
Why does it give me lightning? There's all these sparks happening off me. I feel so fast. Who was that guy in red that ran past me?
Oh, he also has Misty Step.
As long as it's not a guy in yellow chasing him, you're good.
I got that reference. It took me a second. I got it. It took me till the yellow following to actually get the reference.
If it's not on your list of cleric, Vortex Warp is on it now.
What level?
I think it's a second. It might be third. I don't remember what spell level it is, but I don't. That's because it's in the Strixhaven thing. It wouldn't necessarily be in the normal. Like, here's the stuff you get that they normally do.
Yeah, be an expanded list.
Yeah.
Hang on. Because I happen to have that handy. You said Vortex?
Yeah. Second level conjuration. Yeah. Yeah, that's on at the very least in your available to you as a cleric spell, because that fits as well. Like every wizard I have has that because it's fucking useful as hell.
For an explanation to the rest of the players, she's not from here. At all.
Oh?
She's not from this plane of existence. She was dropped off. There are reasons behind it. I will let those play out as there are reasons behind it that she was dropped off.
Well, you definitely garnered some. You did not know what. Not only not what guns were, but you didn't know what whiskey was.
She's not from here.
Right. That's one as well.
She's never seen
That's
red. That is.
Explains why. So you're not. Yeah, I understand you're not from Othar, but I also understand that you're not from Hosnar or the other jungle world and realms.
Not
I
from.
deal with tourists all day, so I know about those other realms. Everybody should know what whiskey or a gun is. So we're far away.
And she'll get this faraway look in her eyes and just kind of stare off for a while. Or fixate on the smallest little detail of something.
Okay.
Thad.
My laptop just died.
Yeah.
On the Dryad's helper, is that fired like a 3-barrel?
You can shoot both shotgun barrels at the same time, or one of either of the pistol rounds.
Okay. So, like the way you have it phrased in the description, the first two would be coming from the pistols.
barrel looks like that. The top,
Okay.
the top and bottom are pistol, and so they're much smaller.
Pistol, yeah. Gotcha. I understand that. Okay.
And you can shoot if it's not clear in the papers. The you can shoot both shotgun barrels at the same time, or one at a time. So if you do it two barrels, you do 2d6 plus 1d6 for that damage. Or you can do it twice for 2d6 each.
Okay. Firing both barrels versus firing, one and then the other.
Yeah.
Angle. Gotcha. Okay.
Are you sure you
No.
want that vortex work?
Yes.
Access
Are
to.
you sure you want me to have this?
Yeah, you have access to it.
My large furry friend, you're going to be able to reach out and touch somebody on a regular basis.
Oh, can you send me what guns I can...
Nice.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find the. There's the standard 3, the pistol, the rifle, and the shotgun, and then there's a small list of guns that are in the gunslinger subclass that he put out. So there's some in there. Pretty much that's it. I'm going to have another set of stuff for you two specifically. Being able to build the stuff is you guys are going to have modifications, things that you can add on, lights, scopes, stuff like that. That's going to help with them. One thing I also like is potentially making sure that you guys picked a weapon when you started. If for some reason this goes to level 20, you potentially have the same gun just modded out to hell. The same weapon, you just have shit on it. So when you're thinking about the stuff like that, you can have it be whatever weapon you're using can be something that's a family heirloom or something that you have a lot of pride in, and something like that you don't necessarily go, oh, I'm going to lose it in a level or two when I get something better. There's going to be opportunities
like mine being mine being dick from the elders of my tribe when I left.
Yeah. And so there's going to be ways to add on stuff to it, including melee weapons. If you're just going to stick with the glaive, there's going to be ways to add enchantments to it that don't take months of in-game time. So being able to find like gems to attach to it that would allow it to do that, so that you'll be able to modify and increase your weaponry as we play. Sort of the gem thing from like WoW and other games where you have little gems you can add into, and you just need to be able to set the gems into them to do that, and it doesn't destroy the weapon and just enhances it, type of thing. So being able to keep your weapon the whole time would be cool. Like they're potentially even for armor and stuff, because you got at least 2 people that are handy with building shit, if only weapons, but an artificer being able to modify shit too. So and I was gonna say got about 30 gold left after getting all the provisions and stuff you guys need, making sure you guys got a couple days worth of food, animals.
If that shirt has a green or not. Or you.